Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Nick. I'm not Dr. Nick. I'm Matt from Olympus Reptiles. And, God, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? That should be better. Yeah, I like that. Let's move our table a little bit. All right, I am very, very excited today. You know, let me explain. Let me get some tools together first. That's not what I'm after. There's what I'm after. And I'll explain why I am excited. That's what I need. Hold on. Probably jumped the gun. Should have got a few of these things ready before I turned this on, but I figure this gives people a chance to show up. Well, yeah, if you read the title, I guess you know why I'm excited, right? I'm excited because it is an egg clutch day. Cut day. I didn't expect it to be today. I was actually just on the phone with Anna, and I was like, you know what? I'd really like a little good news today. Maybe I should just cut that Xanthic clutch. It's 2 days early, but hell with it. Well, I'm going to do it. But here's the thing. We're really not cutting early. The reason we're not cutting early is because they've pipped. So, make sure my support are locked in. Yep. So we're going to get to cut these without having to cut early. That, to me, is exciting. So, especially since last time I checked them, I had one egg that I thought looked like it was going bad, and then another one that I thought looked like it had some bad spots. And I was really upset, you know. So this is an 8-egg clutch. 2 of them never looked fertile, and they proved not to be fertile. So, you know, that's kind of a bummer. And then we ended up with a total of 6. So if I would have lost 2 more, I'd have been really upset. I'm still not 100% sure on one, but the other one is the one that pipped. So I think we're gonna get at least 5. Woo! This is a Zebra Bee pairing to an Xanthic Pastel. So it is a first-time mom, not a first-time dad. So let's flip this camera. I'll start cutting these things. Okay, remember, guys, I will not be able to see your comments while we do this. So, at least not very well. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get it where you can kind of see what actually is going on there. That's not too bad. This was the one I can kind of see now, but I was worried about. But I can actually see a snake in there, so I'm hoping that's good. This is the one that's pipped. We're going to open the rest of them too. Already disinfected myself and the scissors. We're going to start with this guy right here because he's already pipped and pipped pretty well at that. I think I know what we have here. Oh, maybe. Of course, the worst thing we can make, I'm just going to move that for a sec, is, and I'll probably do a little bit bigger holes on these just because I'm really excited. And I think what we're going to have there is an Xanthic Pastel. Probably not a super pastel Xanthic. I'd like to see a little more blush, you know, that I'm seeing. It may color up a little bit and end up being just an Xanthic. But I can see the blushing on the head in there. That you guys can't see. So, Xanthic Pastel is what we're going to call that one for now. Now, this is going to be the most difficult egg to cut. I'm actually going to pick it up to do so. It sunk in on me a lot, and I'm not overly confident in this egg. I'll be very honest. So I think this one might be a disappointment. I think we might have had something fall apart in development, is my guess. And we're going to have a close to fully developed baby. But I do not expect this one to necessarily be alive. So if it is, it's a bonus. Just because the egg sunk in, it did not look really good. And yeah, that appears to be the case from what I'm seeing. Yeah, that does definitely certainly appear to be the case. Not sure what the cause was. Probably won't know on something like this. But very unfortunate. Looks like it might have its head stuck down in there. I'm not seeing any movement in there at all. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably not. But it looks to be mostly formed baby. But yeah, does not show any signs of life. So that was kind of expected. Now, anytime we deal with something like that, I do like to do a quick re-disinfect. But we like to say we are probably going to get 5 out of 6. Again, I would like to have 6 out of 6. I'd like that all 8 be fertile, but 2, like I said, we're not, you know. No, and that one's not really a mold. What it looks like is it looks like it's wet. Kind of you can see this one started to do that there. So I thought I was going to lose 2 of them. This one did it a lot worse. And that's the shell breakdown. So it actually doesn't have any mold on it. You know, I've seen moldy eggs. I can show you guys one sometime. I'm sure I'll get another one this year. You have a few every year. As a matter of fact, the ones that end up being full-size slugs, we cook all of them just in case. They turn moldy almost every time, no matter what you do. So let's cut a few more of these. Of course, what we're really hoping for here is a zebra killer bee. Killer zebra bee. The odds on that are not great. They would be 1 in 8. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, never mind. I was about to be like a little bit of a freak out moment. So I saw that yellow in there. Well, you can't see because, let me turn this around. So as I was cutting, you can see a little bit of that yellow tint. That's just from the egg juice. So we're good there. Whoop. Come on, little guy. Oh, see that little twitch? So that one's alive and well. That appears to probably be a super pastel axanthic. So no spider gene yet. The one that passed, it did have spider in it. It looked like it probably would have been a zebra bee, not a killer. The lines are too dark for it to be a killer. It died pretty late in development. And it could have been one that was trying to get its nose up and couldn't, actually. Okay, you're not going to be able to see on this one if I don't cut that hole a little bit bigger. I know I'm cutting them bigger than I usually do, but that's out of sheer excitement and wanting to share this with you guys. So, you know, don't expect that every time, okay? All right. Let me cut this one just a little more. I think I know what we got here, but I want to share it with you guys. Like I say, when they're, you know, and then they pip like this, you can go a little bit bigger. I still don't want to force out the egg early, but that is likely going to be, good movement there, a zebra bee. So far, I think we have a pastel axanthic, a super pastel axanthic, and a zebra bee. That leaves only 2 things left we could possibly make. That would be a straight axanthic and a killer zebra bee. I'll take it, but let's get 2 killers. Hell with it. Let's be greedy. Actually, let's just get 2 live babies, man. That's mainly what I'm after here, but of course, we have a few more shots at the elusive killer zebra bee this year, too. This is not our only shot. Oh. Probably another pastel axanthic, I think. So we can get you some good movement in that one. You can see my hands are shaking. Always so nervous cutting these axanthic eggs. Come on, little buddy. There it is. Sometimes you touch them in the belly, they'll definitely get to rocking and rolling. All right, guys. It's the last egg, right? Last egg. Let's go out with the bang. I like to go out with the bang. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, it's something about mold. You might have been seeing this there. That actually is a little bit of mold. We saw it wipe straight off. That is just from the connective tissue where the eggs were together. I am not concerned about that at all. Someone is actually trying to call me. I'll have to find that. Sorry for not turning my volume down. Let me fix that for you. That's embarrassing. That was my wife. She should know where I'm at. Now this egg had a fairly thick shell, fairly tough shell. So I'm really happy we're cutting this one. Let's hope everything's going on good inside with that baby. Let's really hope everything's going on good inside with this baby. I guess we could have made a spider axanthic too now I'm thinking about it. And I think we did. So see how much silver's on the top of that one? That one is probably a spider exanthic. It's doing really well too. So here's the thing. I don't think we hit the killer, but let's review really quick. I think we got one spider exanthic. Good movement there. We got one probably pastel exanthic there. That's not as easy to see move, but it is moving. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a bigger hole, just because you're laying in there funny. I don't want you to have any problems. You might even be super. There's good movement. One that's definitely minimum of a zebra bee, I would say in there. When it comes fully out, we'll take a look at it. But I'm not seeing. That's pretty nice lines. Probably a straight zebra bee. And then another that I think is, that one might be the super pastel exanthic, and then this one could be just a straight exanthic. But the head looks pretty blush, so we'll see when it fully comes out. All right, let me flip this back around. Woo! That's good times, right? Put the lid back on those guys. Not only that, guys, we also had set these guys on top of there. They'll be fine on the incubator for a few. We also have another clutch of eggs to pull today. So today's being good. That is actually going to be a 100% het clown, 50% possible. Well, this one's a possible 50% chance of being het caramel. Both of its sisters put out to be het caramel, and it was because of that caramel we would not breed it to our clown male because he ended up being het caramel. Nikki, we have not. But this one was bred to an orange dream. So look for some orange dreams. The next clutches I expect to pull would be, I think we have a lesser one that's getting close. My normal that was bred to a blitz. That's what it was. That's close. So you Patreon folks out there, be prepared for a lot of blitz. And then our pastel leopard, also bred to a blitz, is coming very soon. They're kind of in a race. So I do expect some good things. We have an albino to a tofino who's trying. So, hey, we got a lot of cool shit coming, right? Boom! Oh! I'm really, really, really excited to see these out. So, anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay on here too long because I'll be honest, I have got to hop off here in a minute, put these up, go to Patreon. I got to pull more babies. I got a couple tubs I need to clean. I have to get up extra early tomorrow for my day job because I got to go in way earlier than usual. And I'll explain why that's good for Patreon, the Blitz, here in a minute. And also, when we go to Patreon, if you guys want, I'll leave it up to you. If you want a little bit of a macabre video, we'll pop that baby and try to see exactly what happened. You know, good, I'm glad. Well, guys, this is good because, well, it's just good when they're alive. You know, I like 6 out of 6, but I'm going to take 5 out of 6. You know, not sure why we lost that one so late. Truth be told, there is a chance that what might have happened in that egg, and I'll put this on me, and what that is so whenever we've moved everything, things run a little different. And so, like, you know, I'm still, because last year we moved the incubator late and everything else and had half of it. So I'm still adjusting to the incubator being here full-time first go-around. And what I have found is there is no difference in the butter and lettuce or Mitch. It's potato. Maybe one if we would have kept them separate, there could have been, but they've been so intertwined and intermixed now, it's same shit. What I found that over here, and I think it's probably because this house has a built-in humidity control system, which is kind of cool. You know, I've got it set as high as so without getting mold because I want humidity in a lot of places, but we produce a lot of humidity. I lose more moisture. I just lose more moisture. So I did have to add water to my incubation tubs and things of that nature. So and I noticed that on this one. This one in clutch 1 were the tubs I noticed that on. Clutch 1 wasn't, it was because it was in a smaller container, so it was doing pretty good. But this one I noticed got dry. And I had to go add water and do everything else like that. And yeah, we have a Facebook page, Slimpus Reptiles, but we don't do much with it. So it was brought in. I missed that. Oh, you're talking about the lesser. Yeah. I got it. So what happened was, I think with that, when you get your eggs dry for a small period, if you leave them dry, they're going to die. Okay, that's what's going to happen. But if you dry out for a small period of time, they'll tend to sink a little bit And sometimes they'll pop out, sometimes they won't. We got moisture added. They didn't really plump up, but they held. Everything was looking good. So what might have happened to that egg is because it had shrunk down, it's a tighter encased enclosure, not allowing that baby the same level of movement within the egg. So it may have gotten stuck and caused that problem and its death because of the moisture content getting too low. So that one egg right there, that one, and a lot of times let me say, there was nothing I could do about this, there was nothing I could do about this, there's nothing I could do about this. But when there is something I think I could have done about it, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. I think, and sometimes I may be wrong, so I couldn't have done anything, I could have done something. I mean, I learned too. But I think that egg there probably would have had, I don't know what would have happened. I got Probax up. Would have had a lot better chance had I caught the moisture a little earlier. So, that was a lesson learned with these incubation tubs. We have to check them at this house more frequently on not just looking at the eggs. Check the eggs frequently, but check the moisture level before we see it in the eggs, see it in the actual tubs, and just continue to add some. So, there you are, right? Yes, we do. And Anna is our queen, which is Flat Mountain Pythons, is our queen of Discord. And I want to go ahead, Anna, can I go ahead and say what I want to say? You know what I'm talking about. Is that cool if I go ahead and put that out there right now? Or would you let me wait? If you let me wait, I'll wait. You say the word. You say the word and I'll do it. So when we wait on Anna to respond, did I miss any questions? Does anybody have any questions about this pairing or these babies? Because that's what I really want to focus this on. It is beeping in the background. So what we have is we have one probe on a herpstat that will every now and then loose signal will come right back. And they'll do that when you put them in the tub sometimes because they get moisture on them. It'll interfere with it a little bit is what I think. So put a little bit of dryness on them, it'll fix. So I was with the beep that once, but it's fine. It's reading 89.8. So she told me to go ahead and do it. So but somebody mentioned our really fun and addictive Discord. Actually, she did mention that. That is on Patreon. Well, one of the things that's happening on Patreon, which is really cool, is other people besides me on our Patreon are selling babies. So it's not just me, which is great because I'll be honest, I don't have enough babies to supply everybody, right? So what we're doing, so like, for instance, Wolf. I know, Wolf, you just said you had some awesome egg cuttings today. I know one of the couple of the Chris's are selling things on there. We're going to make that easier for them. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a spot for clutch listings. So people can go and look at clutch listings. That way they can edit their posts, take stuff on and off, and keep it up there, add their own pictures. Whatever they want to do, right, for clutch listings on Patreon. The cool thing is when you're on there and you're selling on there, you know that the person selling very likely is not a scam because you're talking to them. It's somebody you get to talk to on Discord or talk to on these videos or see on Patreon. If they scam, there can be a repercussion. All sales will be between two people, but obviously if somebody doesn't send a snake or doesn't do this or doesn't do that. What's up, Brian Gundy? My man, that dude's awesome. By the way, I want to give you a quick shout out from a buddy of mine named Joe Wood. He talks about you all the time. He says you're great and you've been a big help to him. He's a local guy here that I know, a little bit of an older gentleman, so I know I have a chance. He would love for me to tell you thank you for him. So what you'll be able to do, though, is sell your clutches on there if you're a member and members can buy them. It gives our members a better and easier way to buy things that I can't supply, so I don't breed every gene. It also gives our members a place to sell where they know the buyer's legit. It's a market where you know each other. So I'm really excited about that. You'd think that's counterintuitive because I'm opening up sales to my own competition, but that's a community build, and there's going to be enough to go around. So if you're there, that's going to get helping, right? All right, guys, anything else before I hop up off of here? Sorry, Brian, I know we're getting ready to go and you just got on, but we cut some Axanthic babies, right? We did pretty good. Did not hit my killer. Didn't hit my killer, but we did get a Spider Axanthic, one Zebra B, what I believe to be a Super Pastel Axanthic, a Pastel Axanthic, and one I'm on the fence on it, whether it's a Pastel or a normal. We got, I almost said two Bundys, but it's a Gundy and a Bundy. Oh, man. Don, you got to get on there. I'm a little bit hard on it too because it's not something that I came up with, but there's a lot of people love it, and I try to be on there more than I need to be in there more than I am. I still know how to watch videos on it, so I have to want to show me how to do that. But it's a great thing, and the chat is constant. People play Cards Against Humanity on there. There it is. Sunday is Cards Against Humanity night. So, and yes, Nick, you will of course hop over to Patreon. It won't be a super long video just because I got to get up at like 5 in the morning. And that sucks. And I haven't even been to my own house yet. So It's cool. Check it out. Join us. I mean, worst case scenario, you throw $5 at us, see if it's worth it to you, right? So, live feeds. So, Mitch, here's the thing: we do feed live mostly. There's a few exceptions. On my babies, I do try to feed off of a tong. The reason for that is if they go to a customer, then if I know they're feeding off of a tong, then I know they'll probably go to frozen tong for them very easy. There's a few reasons why we choose to do live. One of them is, I'll be honest, it's convenience because it's when you're feeding 105 animals and you can bring home 105 rats from your own collection that you don't have to gas and kill and feed them and take the leftovers back and put them back in the colony. That is very, very nice over having to try to fresh kill that many or thaw out that many and then you're going to have waste. We do not, I shouldn't say we do not do live feedings on YouTube. We don't do, what's going on, Ragnarok? We don't do a lot of live feedings on YouTube. The reason is YouTube kind of frowns on it, and I just got tired of having to fight with them. I'll be honest, I did. Like they'll let things go from some people for whatever reason that if we do them, then they come down on us like the hammer of Thor. So why? I don't know. I have no clue. I can give you examples sometime if you want. I don't want to do it here because some of the people that I've seen do things and not get hammered like we do are people I know and like, and I don't want to sound like I'm calling somebody out. And it's not their fault. It's a YouTube problem. It ain't their issue. But we do a live feed once a week on Patreon. Typically it's on Tuesdays. We're kind of moving up to Wednesdays because we're dropping more videos now with the snake tournament. So with the tournament going on, that's kind of taken up a Tuesday video. So we've been putting the live feeds on Wednesday, and that's kind of what's up. So let me hop up off of here now. We're going to slide over to Patreon in just a minute after I call my wife and see what, well, now I'll do Patreon and I'll call her really quick and I'll go to Patreon. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on Patreon in just a few minutes.